take questions in one moment, but I just want to quickly just give a...
We'll start with on-topic questions, please, and for everybody. For the mayor-elect in the DM, the Department of Community Safety, we haven't heard that much about how this is going to operate just yet. Is this going to be under the DM, or is this under something just?
The Department of Community Safety would fall under the first deputy mayor's portfolio. However, it will require a whole of government approach and commitment, and I look forward to working with our new deputy mayor in ensuring that.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Hi, Mayor-elect. The comptroller released an audit this morning declaring that the Health Insurance Stabilization Fund, which helps pay for supplemental benefits for city workers, is insolvent, recommending that it be dissolved. He found that it has outstanding liabilities of $3.1 billion. That is obviously not nothing. Would like to hear your response. And also, what do you say to city workers who are perhaps concerned about their health coverage?
Well, to city workers, I will say each and every day that this will be an administration that takes your concerns seriously and looks to do more than that. It looks to actually deliver on them. And the report, as well as any other analysis, is something that we are going to take seriously as we assume office in a few days.
Mayor-elect, this constellation of advisors seems like it could really be at the intersection of potentially combating efforts from the Trump administration, from beefing up the law department to prevent deportations, as you've mentioned, to pending SNAP and other benefit cuts. Have you had kind of a conversation with this cohort about the approach to the Trump administration, and what are your first few initial actions you're going to take relative to these top advisors and what you're instructing them to do relative to the Trump administration?
Well, I think it all comes back to the welfare of New Yorkers. And what I am so excited by, frankly, in each and every one of these appointments are New Yorkers who are committed to not only protecting those who call this city home in terms of their rights and their freedoms, but also in terms of their ability to find care in a city where too often healthcare is something that is synonymous with being something that is unaffordable. And I think that even in my own conversations with the president directly, I will always and have made the case for this city. I look forward to my top staff doing the same.
But is it that you would first pick up the phone and call the president? If you didn't get along okay, these guys go at him? Is that kind of the approach?
I will look to have a conversation with anyone and everyone. And also, I think it's important that there are fights and freedoms that will be protected in conversations. There are fights and freedoms that will be protected in court. There are a number of active court cases, frankly, that I look forward to working on with my nominated Corporations Counsel to ensure that our actions as a city are furthering the protection of the rights of the people who call it home. Thank you.
Question for both mayor-elect and the new deputy mayor. The first mayor-elect, you have very limited time left before you take office. Are you planning to announce your next police chancellor and transportation commissioner in the next 24 hours? Just trying to gauge where you're at with that. And then deputy mayor as well. Are you still going to have a role here at the hospital, or are you going to be leaving permanently? Thank you, guys.
So to the first question, I'll give you the answer you don't want to hear, which is wait and see.
I would not be leaving my home here at Elmhurst Hospital if it wasn't something important, and working with Mayor-elect and his vision and his dream is something that I want to do because I see the impact. But more importantly, it's going to take a lot of work, so I'm going to dedicate 100% to the vision.
Yeah, go.
I have a question for the nominee. I was wondering, could you, observing from the outside, is there anything you feel like you want to do differently about how the law department has approached the litigation with the Trump administration? It's sort of how it handles the work with immigration that city and state do together.
Thank you. Thank you for that question. Let me take a little bit of a step back. I've been involved with leading two other institutions, the Legal Aid Society and the Department of Social Services. And my first approach in leading both those organizations and making major reforms in both of them was to engage the frontline staff, to understand the nature of the work that they're doing, their views of the work that they're doing, and the kinds of ways that they see that they can play a key role in the front lines of moving forward with the mayor's affordability agenda. So I come to the institution of the New York City Law Department with that same approach, that in order to move an institution forward, you have to engage the people who are doing the work and move forward on that basis. At the same time, the mayor's been very clear about what his vision is, what his values are, and the law department's going to be a major part of that when legal responses are needed. One thing I know as a lawyer, and I learned as a city commissioner, lawyering is involved in almost everything involved in the actions that government takes. And so we're going to be very much looking forward to helping implement the mayor's affordability agenda.
And I'll just add one thing, which is that I will demand excellence from my team, from myself, and also I will ensure that we create the conditions where that excellence is possible to deliver on. And what I mean by that is that we have seen a shortage in staffing within the city's law department, and one of the commitments in making this nomination is also to ensure that we provide that same kind of focus in the intricacies of the law department itself, the staffing of the law department, so that our nominated Corporations Counsel can actually do the work that we are asking of them.
You said in the past you want a lot of those lawyers to focus on immigration cases. Is that still the case, or are they going to be doing just kind of more normal work too elsewhere in the law?
Frankly, I think that there is a clear need for a few hundred additional lawyers at the law department just from the beginning of it. And I think that the work will encompass some work in providing legal services for immigrant New Yorkers. The question of the totality of that work I will also leave to my Corporations Counsel. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor-Elect, and for...
How's it going, Chris?
How are you? Steve's position is obviously subject to council approval. Have you received any assurances from the council that they will confirm his nomination? And to follow up on Joe's question...
Let me do that one first. Yeah. Thank you, brother. I have been in touch with incoming Speaker Menon about the nomination of Steve Banks as our Corporations Counsel, and I look forward to that process.
Got it. On Joe's question, you proposed on a campaign trail to hire specifically 200 new law department lawyers. When you announced that, you said that was part of an effort to kind of Trump-proof the city, to be able to fight back against Trump administration initiatives. Is that pledge still holding? Are you going to hire those 200 attorneys? Are we going to see that in the prelim budget? And if Steve could speak a little bit to how attorneys would be deployed specifically to fight the Trump administration.
That pledge is still continuing, of hiring 200 additional lawyers, and it's also a pledge of thinking about what the legacy of the law department has been for decades. The law department had been on the front lines of many of the fights for equal rights across this country, but today it has been hollowed out. And this is incredibly important for us in the work that we are seeking to do in this administration, that we have a Corporations Counsel and a law department that is not only staffed, but is also back on the front lines as opposed to the defensive that we have seen over the last few years.
Mayor-Elect, do you support a
No worries.
controversial the city, but do you support a ban on horse carriages here in New York City? Would
Yep.
you support it?
I've said that I support removing horse carriages from Central Park, and I've also said that I look forward to working with union partners and community leaders to actually deliver on that.
All right. I think we have time for just one quick one.
Hey,
How's it going, Dave?
good. Just following up on Morgan, I know you said wait and see, but buses were so central to your campaign.
Yes.
They've been so central. The transit has been so central to a lot of what we talked about in office. So what are we looking for in terms of DOT leadership come January 1st? Is there going to be an interim commissioner, or are we going to have a new person who I get to bother with?
No matter who's there, I know that you'll be bothering them. And I appreciate it because, frankly, what this is about looking for a fealty to a commitment to New Yorkers that are often overlooked. Right? Today we have spoken about it in the context of health. But when we speak about bus riders, we're speaking about more than 1 million New Yorkers who are riding the slowest buses in the country. This will continue to be a focus of my administration and a recognition that it is New York City government that runs the streets of this city, and therefore there is an opportunity in the way in which we approach that, not only to honor the commitments and proposals that have been put forward in prior years, which Streets Blog also broke the news of at a press conference not too long ago, but also, frankly, to think about how do we make this city an example for the world in the ways to get around efficiently and reliably.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, everyone, but we'll see you soon. I do promise.